All right, y'all, we're taking a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. Going to diagnose this if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. All right, and BLCS is when the unique CTRL of our Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. And we care about this because this means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere, anywhere on our ad, and everyone else is scrolling on by and we're wasting those impressions. Now we care about the number of women clicking somewhere on our ad because that means, since they didn't simply scroll on by, that our ad has entered their brain. And we care about that. Our ad has entered their brain because that's the only way they'll ever buy from us. So we got to get our Boudoir Facebook ads into as many women's brains as possible. So it means we got to get this number as high as possible, way, way, way above 6%. Now, unique CTRL under 6% is not normal. It's super common, and everyone accepts it as normal, but it's actually not normal. It's actually the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause are the 3 pre-click mistakes, 3 PCM. We also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So we got our universe building here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Now we also know how to treat this. BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico, and treatment takes about a week. And once treated with Boudoir Pico, actually with Boudoir Pico, we're duplicating the Boudoir Facebook ad. We're treating the duplicated one. We leave the original, treat the duplicated one, run it in parallel, keep whichever one running as the best metrics after a week. And once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment, PCA. So we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes. We achieve pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates or leads to Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Basically, we got our unique CTRL above 6%, and ideally way, way, way higher. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So here's our full universe. BLCA with BLCS caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. That's fine. We treat with Boudoir Pico. It takes about a week. We achieve pre-click alignment. We become dominant Boudoir advertisers with Boudoir brain entry boost. And we're saving, dude, a ton of money each month. We're eliminating a ton of wasted ad spend back in our pocket, which we'll see right now. We'll actually see real numbers. So first part, this is my first part of my residency for Boudoir Facebook ad doctor, residency in med school or whatever the progression was. So I found a Boudoir Facebook ad out there in the wild. Unique CTRL 4.3%. So that's under 6%. Well, I took it in the hospital, I tested it, and found out unique CTRL was 4.3%. So I knew that BLCS is present. Unique CTRL is under 6%. And so then I duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and I got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So way better after Boudoir Pico treatment. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 37% of ad spend every single month. So instead of paying 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, we can eliminate 3,700 bucks every month of that. And we only got to spend 6,300 bucks a month with the new Boudoir Pico treated ad. And in both scenarios, we're getting our ad into the same number of women's brains. But if we're spending way less ad spend, we're pocketing that as a profit. Literally 3,700 bucks a month, or what's that? 60 or no, be something like 40 grand in the first year, and then over the next 12 months. Now, the second part of my residency, finding another one out there in the wild, bringing it to the hospital, testing it. Okay, found out the unique CTRL 1.39%. So it's under 6%, so we know that BLCS is present. So I duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, takes about a week, and got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%. Way better. So we found the original Boudoir Facebook ad is wasting 84% of ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, then they are actually wasting $8,400 a month every single month running that original Boudoir Facebook ad. So instead we can eliminate that, cut that cost, put that back in the Boudoir photographer's pocket, literally $8,400 a month every month, kind of as like a phantom profit. That'd be like 10 grand in the first year. And all we got to do is spend $1,600 a month with the new Boudoir Pico treated ad. And we're getting our ad into the same number of women's brains compared to the original spending 10 grand a month. All right, and finally, also had a patient. His Boudoir Facebook ad unique CTRL was 5.03%. So that's under 6%. So we know that BLCS is present. And uniques, so I duplicated it, treated with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and got the unique CTRL of that Boudoir Facebook ad up to 15.35%. And so we found out his original was wasting 67% of ad spend. It's like, oh no. And then after that, we actually, thinking through, if you spend 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, $6,700 a month is being wasted. So we can eliminate that. He can pocket that every single month. And instead we can run the Boudoir Pico treated ad at $3,300 a month and be as efficient as running the original at 10 grand a month. So he's getting literally like if he was spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, he'd be getting basically like an 80K phantom bonus over the next 12 months from not wasting that ad spend money anymore. So from what I've seen, the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. I mean, look at the numbers here, 37%, 84%, 67%. And so, if they're spending 10 grand a month, so the average Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS, if they're spending, 10 grand a month in Boudoir Facebook ads, about 5K every month is being wasted, like 60 grand over the next year, and that can be eliminated and put back into the business owner's pocket, kind of as like a phantom. All right, now we're gonna diagnose this if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So we got the below creative cluster mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we're trusting that what Facebook is telling us to fill out is actually what we should fill out, and that's best for us, or it's good for us instead of being good for Facebook. And what actually happens is this is actually better for Facebook. So it's worse for us. It causes way more women to scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ads than normal, and it actually pulls our unique CTRL under 6% and increases the probability that we have BLCS Boudoir low click syndrome. And as we, kind of on the back end, the flip side for Facebook, what it actually does is it increases the, more women scrolling by our ads per unit time. That increases the amount of ads Facebook can serve per unit time, making Facebook more money per unit time. That's why you never ever listen to anything Facebook recommends. Are looking at the creative. All right, fine, no mistakes there. Next, we'll look at the see more headline, first 2 3/4 lines, Facebook newsfeed mobile. Actually, that's probably getting cut off. Reveal the confidence you embody and celebrate your strength with every shot. Or with left touch designed to empower and uplift. All right, so yeah, we only got one type of specific context here. Repeated different ways a bunch of times, but still only one piece of relevant one piece of relevant context. So that means we got the lack of context mistake, which means we believe we provide enough context to optimize maximize the number of correct women coming in, kicking out the number of wrong women, but we're not up at the top of the hump with this. So consequence of this is way more women gonna be scrolling by with Boudoir Facebook ads than necessary, and as a result, we're actually gonna have it's gonna be pulling our unique CTRL under 6% and actually increasing the probability that we have BLCS. So, do I believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, because of its unique CTRL less than 6%? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. My diagnosis says yes. I do believe this is a BLCS, a Boudoir Facebook ad with Boudoir low click syndrome. All right, so if you're a BLCA with BLCS, so you're a Boudoir low click advertiser with BLCS, and you want, well, and you spend more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you're looking at the marketplace, seeing it get more saturated, more, it seems like anytime someone gets a new iPhone, they're setting up their Google My Business profile saying they offer Boudoir, or, anyone gets a new camera, they're in the mom group saying they offer Boudoir. So you're just seeing the market become more and more saturated for the same number of buyers. And you're seeing, inflation and living, life costs. So, you got to, you've been optimizing the business, pull more money out, optimizing other places, pull more money out for the same input, same effort. And you decide you now want to do that with the Boudoir, the Facebook ads part of your business. Kind of plug these holes, become more efficient, put this money back in your pockets, then shoot me a DM. Well, actually, you've seen how we can eliminate about 5K a month in wasted Boudoir Facebook ad spend. Put that back in your pocket. Approximately, so that'd be approximately 60K over the next 12 months. Put that back in your pocket instead of Zucks, so you can get a phantom bonus. No extra effort on your part. And you want to achieve pre-click alignment so you can become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir Brain Entry Boost to help you on your way to becoming the #1 boudoir photographer in your city. Then shoot me a DM when I open up for new patient intake. New patient intake is not, new patient intake is closed right now. So no new patient intake right now, but when it opens up in the future, shoot me a DM and we'll see if you qualify for the Boudoir Pico treatment.